Yo, what's up? Ricky Sanders here. If you live for fast cars, greasy hands, and solving problems under the hood, welcome to your new favourite spot. I'm all about real fixes, no BS, and showing you how to keep your ride running like a champ. So go ahead, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's make some noise in the garage. Enough talk, let's get wrenching.
Training is a rather dangerous problem, which can be followed by other breakdowns if not intervened in time. Harmful is not so much the very vibration of the engine at idle speed, but rather the increased load on the crankshaft and the entire motor as a whole. If the car drives badly even on small hills, eats more fuel than usual, and the idle speed begins to float, most likely, the cause lies in poorly working cylinders. The first thing to start checking is to inspect the spark plugs. If replacing the plugs does not help, it is worth checking the integrity of the wires going to them. In general, engine throbbing occurs in used cars. Often it is not known whether the previous owner followed the technical condition of the car. In this case, it is advisable to replace the plugs at once, without waiting until there are failures in their work. And if you have the means and desire, you can buy new wires at the same time. Problems with the motor mount. Another fairly common reason why the engine idles is not properly mounted, or one of the protective cushions is defective. Usually, the vibration in this case reverberates throughout the body. It is quite easy to make sure that the problem lies here. True, this will require the help of a partner, who will alternately shift gears, neutral, rear, and front. At this time, it is necessary to open the hood and look at the deviation of the motor. If the mount is installed correctly, and the protective cushions are not worn, then each time the engine will deflect to the same angle. At the same time, the supports themselves will be unloaded one by one. If the deflection is much higher than normal in any direction, the problem is in the mount, engine shaking. In this case, most likely, the pillow will have to be replaced. Fuel system contamination. If the plugs and wiring are fine, the engine is installed correctly, and the protective pads are not worn out, but the engine still jerks at idle, the cause may be fuel system contamination. Of course, the contamination has to be really bad to affect the performance of the car. The greatest danger is excessive water, soot, and oil. When parts of the fuel system are clogged, the BT mixture does not burn completely, resulting in a significant increase in gasoline consumption. In addition, the engine may sneeze and shake. Other possible causes. Sometimes the engine vibrates at idle speed after replacing the crankshaft. During its installation, balancing is mandatory. The master drills out the excess part of the part. If the car was installed with a crankshaft that was not calibrated, the engine vibrates at idle speed. For cars whose mileage exceeds 200,000 kilometers, another fault is characteristic. However, it is quite rare. Over time, the elements of the cylinder piston group are heavily worn. Because of this, the weight distribution of the liners, oil rings and piston changes. As a result, the engine shakes at idle speed. Why is engine vibration dangerous at idle speed? Vibration causes the greatest damage to the car body. First, the plastic elements of the interior suffer, and then the fasteners of the parts loosen. Due to long shaking, the paint coating may come off. As a result, the metal starts to suffer from corrosion. The engine itself is also damaged. Due to strong vibration, its parts wear out much faster. The crankshaft packing is destroyed. This causes oil leaks. As a consequence, the revolutions do not reach the required values, the speed is much slower, and the power is reduced. Therefore, eliminating the causes of vibration, it is necessary to check the parts that could be damaged because of it. Special attention should be paid to the fasteners, and, if necessary, to repair or replace them. The engine twitches at low speeds. The order of actions. First of all, it is worth checking the work of the spark plugs. They should give a good spark, and on the surface do not have a large amount of soot. Next, it is worth inspecting the engine compartment. If everything is in order, when shifting gears, the engine will deflect at the same angle. In conclusion, engine vibration at idle speed can be a concerning issue for many vehicle owners. Understanding the main causes, such as worn engine mounts, misfiring cylinders, or unbalanced components, is crucial for diagnosing the problem. By addressing these issues through regular maintenance, timely repairs, and proper tuning, you can significantly reduce or eliminate unwanted vibrations. Remember, a smooth-running engine not only enhances your driving experience but also contributes to the longevity of your vehicle. If you notice persistent vibrations, don't hesitate to consult a professional mechanic to ensure your engine operates at its best.